Hi, my name is Dr. Pecoraro. I'm a chiropractic physician in Westfield, New Jersey. The title of this video is Divine Providence. Now, what is Divine Providence? Divine Providence says that God, who makes us and all things, by his very nature cannot make something and just let it go. That's his nature. He has to provide for everything. So it says that God will always provide for everything that happens in the world, including us. I try to change the accent on the word, and it makes it a little easier to understand. So instead of saying divine providence, you might want to think of it as divine providence. So God's going to provide for us. And this is what we have to trust in. Now, the first thing that comes to mind is, well, if he's providing for us, how come we're getting sick? In trusting divine providence, what you believe is that any sickness or any bad thing that happens to you, God allows it to happen. It's part of his permissive will. He allows it to happen because in some way that we may not understand at the time, it's going to be helpful to us and or for others to get to heaven. I heard Mother Angelica one time give an example of this. She said, well, suppose you're at a picnic with your little kid who's like 4 or 5 years old, and less than that, say 3 years old, and you're at the top of a cliff, and the child starts to run towards the cliff, and you see him running towards the cliff, and he's going to fall off. So you run after him, and you tackle him, and he falls down, and he gets hurt, and he scrapes against the rocks and everything, and starts crying. So he thinks that you were trying to hurt him, but really you were just trying to save him. So this is an example of why things might go wrong, and it's still part of God's providence. Another thing would be death. Well, if God's providing for us, why are we dying? However, we will die at the time that's best for us, most likely for us to get to heaven. So let's say maybe you were going to kill somebody. Well, you may die before that to save you from going to hell. Or maybe you'll die at a certain time because you needed that time to change your life to be good or to be less selfish before you die. So we really don't always know, but as Christians, we're supposed to believe in God's providence. So I hope this gave you something to think about at least. And think about it often, because it's part of life and it's always there. And I'll try to bring you some more information at another time. Thank you.